Pepe, hello. Is your name Pepe? Hello, Pepe. How are you doing? You there. Me there. I am Pepe. Okay, I am Pepe. You can call me Pepe. I don't mind. Thanks for stopping by, Pepe. Oh, you're doing good? I'm doing good too. I got a little bit of the sniffles today, but I'm okay. It's nothing serious. Probably just allergies. Capybara boy. You like capybaras? They're pretty chill animals. I like them too. Okay. Okay, yes, you like a capybara. That's good. And the capybara likes you. We're all friends here. You love Satisfactory. Well, you've come to the right place, because I'm gonna play some Satisfactory. Until it is satisfactory for you. I like Satisfactory too. I like video games too. They can be very relaxing and enjoyable. AGS, you are gaming and live streaming. You live streaming want to say hi to my audience? Sure. Come by and say hi. I mean, I'm kind of gaming right now, but I can pause for a little bit and come over there. Let me just find something pretty to stare at for my audience for a second, and then I'll hop on and say yo. This looks good enough. Just box myself in so I can't walk off the screen or something. Oh, you're live streaming me, so they're hearing me. I thought you meant you were doing your own gaming live streaming parallel, and you wanted me to stop by and say hi. I get you. Okay. That's funny. Yeah. I'm old, dude. You have to explain stuff to me real slow and careful, because it takes me, especially this early in the morning. I just woke up, so I'm like waiting for the neurons to start firing. Well, glad to hear from you, GS. I don't know if your ears have been burning off, but I brought you up a couple of times recently, but it's the same old stuff. You already know what we were talking about. But anywho, Izzy says hi. She probably curled up into the fetal position after the last time I talked to her, so she may not want to talk to me for a while. But our mutual friend based Oracle had to give me the boot off his last stream because I was getting a little angry, and so I've calmed down since then. But anyways, you know me, this certain topics kind of push my buttons. You are playing State of Decay 2. Is that pretty cool? Religious stuff? No, panel verse drama stuff. You know, the same old stuff she is. You already know what they are talking about over there still. But anyways. Is he sub at 70 IQ? Yeah, that's the one that thought I was an idiot. And I had to explain to her what a engineer is in real life. I mean, I know we're pretty dumb, but we're not that dumb. Anywho, she kept asking about my psychiatric certifications and stuff, and I told her I'm not a licensed psychiatrist, but I'm pretty good at, just street smart stuff about, people that are dealing with social interaction issues and stuff, which apparently she's still dealing with her own. She's of the school that thinks that decent and honorable people should be harassed nonstop, even if they are a little prone to, playing into the hand of certain internet trolls or whatever. And so they're still talking about you, dude. Every time you get brought up, I have to have an intervention for everyone on panel that it's time to get over and move on. You know what I mean? But anyways, Bo kind of brought up one point about how he gave it the old college try, and he feels like you guys can't play nice together anymore or something, which I don't think that's true. But I bet if you and me and Bo got in a room, we could settle this in about 30 seconds. But that's just me. I'm old-fashioned that way. So anywho, I think he just kind of is creating his own environment over there now, because we brought up Sarge as well. That was another name that came up, and so it was like me and Dennison and Cynthia and Izzy, and then of course Flow State showed up to bring the peace. So it ended peacefully, of course, because Flow State's so good at helping people talk about their issues and deal with them in a mature and responsible way. And so, anywho, Fi smashed. I about dropped a nuclear bomb on BO's panel, so he had to give me the magic boot to save all of his spectators. So I think Izzy got the point. Because I was about to explain to her, mansplain to her, how adults talk and stuff, and so. Anywho, like I said, I don't think Izzy's going to be uh, complaining too much. Oh, the final thoughts that she squeezed in before I nuclear bombed her was she was complaining about me white knighting for you, GS. Do you feel like I white knight for you? Have you ever seen me white knighting for you because you're a little helpless little woman that can't defend herself? So yeah, that was the gist of the conversation. So feel free to go check it out. It was on one of BO's not the last stream, but the second to last stream he did. It was called I can't remember. I already forgot. It was pretty dumb. Anywho, Izzy says hi, sends her love and regards. I do not understand how a woman that allegedly is a Christian. I don't think Izzy's a Christian, dude. I think she's just ex-Muslim or something. I highly doubt she's Christian, but that's just my 2 cents. I don't know. I've never heard her talk about religion. Though I am strongly am convinced she is a laying Muslim. I think she's probably at least former Muslim, if not half Muslim or something. Probably. I don't keep up with her personal details or anything. I just hear her yik yak every once in a while. How she is given so much free time to spend with strange men. I don't know. She isn't very submitted. Yeah. There's not much submission going on there, especially with the when she feels like she needs to talk down to me and explain to me that just because certain people behave in a way she doesn't like on the interwebs, therefore it's okay to act a fool. And so, oh, and when I brought up about the Sarge bullshit about how he's trolling you nonstop, she played dumb. She was like, "What? I didn't know Sarge was trolling him." I was like, "Yeah, you dumb bitch. Of course you do." This is what I hate when they start lying about it. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know that there were people harassing him." Anyways. So she claims to be a practicing Christian. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Next time we have a religion chat, I'll see if that's true or not. It's probably not. It's probably one of those, people that feels like she has Christian values or something. I don't know. Or maybe she talked to her Christian once. I don't know. I think her husband is happy she has an outlet to spurg at men other than him. That's probably true. I truly believe her husband is annoyed as heck. Maybe. Nailed it, Philly, as always. Yeah, so anyways, long story short, I still get kind of bummed out that, BO still has, feelings about it. So I didn't catch the last interaction you guys had with each other. Apparently, according to Izzy, BO walked you to the water and told you to drink of it, and I guess you weren't having any of it or something, or you disagreed with him, and therefore that's why you're not being reasonable or whatever. So many people are obsessed with me. I noticed. I don't understand why I'm just an average man with low T. I don't know about all that, but um, anyways, if you are interested in bearing that hatchet, I'll jump in for 5 seconds. But I think I got the gist of it. I understand most of the saga, but I don't really care about the drama. Obviously, that's why I haven't really chimed in yet. I only chime in when it's brought up for like the 1,000th time on completely unrelated streams and stuff. And to be fair, it wasn't BO that brought it up. It was I think Dennison brought up Sarge, but one or both of them brought up GS, and so that's why I had to do my daily intervention for those who are addicted to the GS, because they can't get over how much you love to feed the trolls, and that they see that as a sign of weakness. And so I'm guessing it's not a sign of weakness, it's more of a sign of almost like reverse trolling, like, you just gotten to the point where you don't care about playing their games anymore, but since they can't stop trolling you, you're just gonna troll them back, is my guess, is what's going on. And the way people like BO perceive that is that, like, you're addicted to trolling, and like you asked for his help, but you wouldn't accept his help when he said stop, trolling, or stop getting trolled by them or something. I'm guessing is the talk you guys had. I didn't catch it, but I'm just guessing here, just pure blind guessing. And so the part that kind of struck me strange is I'm pretty sure BO's familiar enough with Gen X culture, millennials and whatnot, to know how internet trolling works and stuff, and so I don't know. BO is an interesting case, I agree. I think I had him completely figured out the first time I had a negative interaction with BO. What sort of negative interaction did you have with him? Was it about the trolling stuff or something? Dude, let's have a little powwow, just you, me, and BO, and we can stream it live for your general public if you want, or I can privatize it where it's just us three talking about our feelings or something, because I'm still kind of a slightly a fan of BO, because again, he's the least evil and retarded, regular YouTube panelverse person that I somewhat enjoy talking with, and so BO's not a genuine guy. Oh, now GS, don't get mad. I understood that clearly when he simped for Finkel, Izzy, and F3 Cheddar. Okay, so now this is where it's probably going to get complicated, because I don't know if he's simping for Izzy, though I did detect a little bit of that when he noticed I was about to rip her a new asshole, and then he suddenly booted me off his panel, because I don't know if it's because she's a regular, super chatter on his channel, or because she loves to continue the narrative that you're a weak man because of the trolling or whatever, and maybe she's kind of, convinced BO that that's the case. I don't know. I called him a sneaky fucker. That's fair. That is an actual term in biology, zoology. Okay, not mad at all. Just an objective fact. Good. I like objective facts. That's my realm. Now you're in my house. So if you want to bring your objective facts, and if you and BO are still on speaking terms, I'd be more than happy to moderate that discussion so that we can remain friends. But again, I reminded everyone I've got zero beef with you. I don't really have any problem with you. Like I said, the only part that I kind of checked out on was when it started turning into like continual drama, with the F3 Izzy Sarge stuff, by the way, Izzy claims ignorance to all of this. She says, I've only been here for 2 months. I don't even know who GS is. She keeps pretending like I've had this long history with you or something, and I'm like, I've known GS just about as long as you, Izzy. So again, quit playing dumb. And if anything, obviously Izzy was way more knowledgeable about how you interact with F3 and Sarge and all that stuff. I've only seen you get trolled by Sarge like 2 or 3 times on various panels, like on like one of Sarah's panels or BO's panels. I can't remember exactly where we were when it happened, but I vaguely remember the exchange. Bill tells me I have to talk to a woman a certain way, and I can't call Izzy a stupid bitch. Yeah, that was my same problem. I called her a stupid bitch, and yet he calls Ashley stupid. Yes, this is where I would have to call bullshit on BO. Again, if he's gonna call out standards and being consistent, he has to walk the walk. And so if he can't do it, then he doesn't get to tell other people to do it. Izzy lies constantly. I figured that out all on my own, GS, and so again, I was handling the situation until I was ejected from the panel. I'm not like mad at BO or anything. Again, it's his panel, and if he doesn't want me nuking his panelists, I completely understand. So if Izzy wants to come over to my channel and talk about it, I'll be more than happy to give her a piece of my mind, and without BO white knighting for her. And um, so yeah, I mean, like I said, we can all talk about this like adults if you want to. Personally, I'm already bored with it, but I just wanted to catch you up because again, like I said, I told Izzy the next time I see you, I'd tell her you said hi, or she said hi, and so Izzy says hi, sends her love, and she probably won't be talking to me anymore because A, she claims that I'm a white knight for you, and B, when I nuked her off the panel before BO ejected me, I think she understood where I was going with that conversation, and so she probably doesn't want to hear any more of anything I have to say about it. So one thing I can say is BO's respectful on other people's panels. Oh yeah, 100%. And again, BO's not that bad, dude. Whatever silly beef y'all had from whatever exchange. I think it's probably something dumb, just like it always is. Sometimes I kind of go from kind of agreeing with BO to very agreeing with him. For example, back with the Glenn Lawrence bullshit that happened. Again, I thought BO was being a little dramatic about it, and so I was like, it's probably not that big a deal. And then when I listened more and talked to him more, I realized actually it was that big a deal because Glenn Lawrence has his own issues and stuff, and so which I completely blame on Andrew Wilson's cult. But anyways, that's water under the bridge. Oh, hold on. I think Sarah came onto my live and processed to ish all over one of my chatters. I don't know what that means. Well, I have always had nice things to say about you. Well, thank you, GS. I appreciate it. I was talking about your intelligence earlier today. I know I'm a freaking genius, but my chat calls BO backstabbing Oracle now. Um, I don't think he's quite there yet, but I bet I can resolve it in 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll tell you what, GS. When you have some free time, uh, jump on a panel with me. I don't care if y'all want to do this public or private. I'll privatize it so that no one can see it, but just the three of us or whatever. But or I mean, if you have like a Discord server or something, I'll jump on yours real quick, and then the three of us can just chat about it real fast. Again, it's probably something overblown. Let me see if I can guess the answer before any of us even convene and talk about this stuff. Let's just see if I get this right. BO is of the opinion that you are showing weakness by continually being trolled by the usual suspects, the F3s, the Sarges, and now even the Izzies. He attempted to tell you that, the only way to solve this problem is to not feed the trolls. So in other words, quit falling for their traps and quit giving them, ammunition to use against you. And so he had some sort of pep talk with you about, hey, GS, I'm trying to come to you as a friend, here's how to solve the problem. And at some point during the conversation, you were probably like, no, BO, you don't get it. I'm not falling for their trolls or whatever. I'm purposely, feeding them because I'm reverse trolling them or something like that. And then he perceived that as you're not taking his advice or whatever, or he thinks that you just don't get it and you're coping or something like that. And and so he tried to help you, but you won't accept his help, and so now he's done with you because he tried to help you, but you wouldn't listen. Yada yada yada, something like that. Is that what happened? I didn't even see y'all's exchange, but was that why he became a backstabber in your view? Sarah came onto one of my lives and started shitting on one of my chatters and acted out. I think she did it on purpose in order to justify making a video about me. Sarah, who? The tomato, the mindful exposures one. There's a bunch of Sarahs. You have to narrow that down for me. Also, what does Sarah have to do with this? Is Sarah a variable in the BO equation? Because again, that's why I just wanted to talk to you and BO alone, because I don't need anyone else's input. I don't need to know how F3 or Izzy or Sarge feel about BO's take on y'all's interaction. Sarah Raging Tomato started shit on your chat. Now that I'm very skeptical about GS, because Sarah is such a fence straddling neutral Switzerland. I seriously doubt she came onto your channel just to troll you and rile you up or whatever. She probably thought she was trying to like keep the peace somehow or bring some balance to the force. And once again, you may have I've seen you on panel with her before, by the way, and you get a little angry whenever she chimes in and she doesn't immediately see things the way you see them. So you gotta understand that she probably has like even less knowledge than anyone on this topic of what's going on in your life on other panels and stuff and with other YouTubers. So again, filter out the noise. Sarah's obviously not going to you know, help this situation unless she knows more and it has a nice, unbiased contribution to share. Andrew Wilson stated with a lot of conviction that BO's banging Sarah. Yes, I caught that. Yes, yes. Don't start with the drama again. This is side noise drama bullshit. That is completely irrelevant to the BO GS Phi conversation. Lol, she was sent there by her boyfriend Brio. Yeah. I know. A bunch of kids acting retarded. I get it. So yeah, obviously Sarah's not doesn't need to chime in on the GS situation with whether or not he's being trolled or reverse trolling or whatever. And so, by the way, you've even got other people like Chuck and Joe Cool pissed off because of all this drama. And so that's why I wanted to talk to you, GS, because if you manage to piss off BO, Sarah the Tomato, Chuck, and Joe Cool, then that's where I'm starting to lean into the skeptical zone, because I think they're walking in at the wrong time or something. Like you're going on one of your rants about how pissed off you are with people like Izzy and F3 and Sarge or whatever, which I totally get. I get that part. I understand. You don't have to explain that to me. But how that translates into someone like Sarah the Tomato or Joe Cool, for example. Joe Cool doesn't give a shit about any of this drama stuff, so he'll just tell you in that conversation how he feels about whatever you bring up right at that moment. And so if y'all somehow ended up, in a screaming match or calling names or whatever, then that's where, like I said, yes, maybe you're getting a little hot under the collar, and you'll just kind of explode on anyone who randomly walks into the room at that moment. And so, and I get it, dude. Sometimes you're just in a bad mood that day, and you're done. You're dealing with trolls like 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And so after a while, you just get so bitter and jaded that like every time someone talks to you, you're like in defensive mode. And you're like, are you on my team or their team or something like that, And so that's why I'm trying to like just, bring a little Zen meditation to your garden so that maybe you don't become everyone's enemy, because I mean, as cool as it is burning all the bridges, now you're starting to sound like BO. So that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, pick your battles. Chuck, I don't really have a problem with. Chuck has a problem with you, so you need to find out why he thinks you're now embellishing your military history. So Joe Cool goes from hot to cold in seconds flat. Yeah, does that sound familiar, GS? There's the pot calling the kettle black. Anyways, you really need to pay better attention to. I know Joe Cool longer than you've known Joe Cool, so you don't have to explain Joe Cool to me. I know exactly what he says and does and what he's about, and I also know how sometimes he's kind of random and doesn't really keep up with the conversation. Like us all, it's a lot of times we walk into dramas that are like years in the making, and we don't have no idea what everyone's talking about, and so that's Joe Cool. He'll just chime into shit he has zero knowledge about, and maybe he's not seeing it right or whatever. But you have to sit there and explain it to him and blah blah blah. And I agree with Joe. I don't give a shit. You sound like you're being emotional right now. Like, GS, don't make me come over there and smack a bitch, because I'll fuck your shit up. I do too. See, Jack's in the house. Jack part 3. But GS is right. Back to analytical. Was GS right about Jack 3? Am I sounding emotional right now? Am I being hysterical? Is my vagina getting sandy? You're starting to sound a bit like a Gossip Girl fight. GS? Back up. Back up. Just replay the video and tell me one word that I said that sounds like a Gossip Girl. No, I'm not tilting at windmills, GS. You got the wrong Don Quixote, my friend. Again, I'm the robot. I don't give a fuck about any of y'all's feelings or emotions. I give negative fucks. I don't give 0 fucks. I give negative 9,000 fucks about all of your silly human emotion dramas and soap operas and all that stuff. All I'm saying is I still enjoy having little chats with you, GS, until just now, where you think I'm being emotional and a gossip girl. See, GS, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I am the most robot, non-emotional, stoic fucking mountain, stonehead motherfucker, on this planet. And the fact that you just accused me of getting emotional shows you don't know shit, GS. You don't know shit. But I will happily introduce you to Phi, since you haven't met him yet. Hi, I'm Phi. But anyways, dude, like I said, I don't care that much about it. I just thought I'd mention it to you because one day you might be on one of my panels or something, and then BO might stop by and say hi or something. And if you girls start your little drama bullshit, and then I have to settle it, I'll just settle it right there and then. So I'm just giving you the heads up on, my very limited knowledge of what all you chickens have been clucking about. So again, it's really not that big a deal to me. But since I've invested enough time to talk to both of y'all, I thought I'd just share my 2 cents for what it's worth. But I'm sorry that I came across as emotional, GS. I'll try to calm myself down. I will have a man come, stop me from becoming hysterical, and maybe I'll drink some tea or go shopping, have some chocolate, listening to some plinky plunky music, and get my shit straight again. But my chat agrees with me. Your tone changed dramatically 8 minutes. Dude. First of all, I don't give a fuck about your chat. Second of all, if you wanna do a real quick stream, we can talk about it. I'm just bullshitting with you in the background of my video game right now. I came into this for your gaming channel, mate. I was your only my only viewer. I got more than 1 viewer. Come on, man. I got at least 2. I mean, Jack's in here, so are you calling him a liar? You mentioned all the drama. I didn't mention all the drama, GS. I'm trying to just let you know why. Again, why I don't bring the drama to my stream. So that's why I said if you and VO want to talk about it, I'd be more than happy to talk about it. If there is any drama with me, you, and BO in the room, then there is something wrong with the world. I can tell you that right now. And so if BO can't have a calm, civil, polite conversation with you, and there's drama in the room, I know it's not from me. And if it's not from BO, then maybe he was right. You are being dramatic about it. So we'll see who was right all along. But anyways, I suspect it's a little from you and a little from him, because y'all both have your little weaknesses. So anyways, I just thought I'd share some thoughts. But was is past tense. What the fuck? 3 now. Okay, well, enjoy the drama that you're not bringing. You seem very lonely. Say GS. Now who sounds emotional? I agree. I enjoy the peace and quiet out here in the forest, dude. That's why I'm building my bunker out here, just to get away from all this drama bullshit. But anyways, for the record, GS, if you go back and watch those streams, at no point did I ever say I had any sort of problem with you whatsoever. So maybe your chat will appreciate that fact. That once again, remember when everyone turned on BO and I was the only one that would say, maybe BO's not that bad, as bad as y'all keep trying to make it sound. So I guess now it's your turn, GS. So now that everyone's turning against you, I will still point out the fact that they're probably being dramatic about it and stuff. And so I didn't come in here to have more people talk about me and drama yet. But that's good, because I don't have any drama about it, dude. I have zero concern, emotion, or anything about any of this. I'm speaking logical facts to you. That okay, so GS, we'll leave it at this. You've convinced me that you're not interested in talking about it anymore. You and BO are obviously no longer on talking terms, and a lot of the other panelverse, by the way. So you just listed off Sarah the Tomato. That's one of the only 2 channels I'm still sub to, by the way, because those are the only people I can barely tolerate to listen to and talk to. So BO is now off limits. Sarah the Tomato, Joe Cool, Chuck from Tennessee, and a long list of many others. The other people I really don't give a fuck about. People like Flow State or whatever, and all those drama whores and stuff. I agree. Fuck them. I don't have time for any of that bullshit. But it's just weird that like a lot of the very neutral parties somehow have now chimed in on this topic. So that was the weird part to me. But like I said, I don't keep up with it, so I don't give a shit. I was right there, sticking up for BO. I don't strike a Jesus pose, son. CGS, this is what I'm talking about. Now who's being emotional? Is it you or me? Am I being emotional? Let's ask GS's chat. Is the guy who just said, I don't have anything concerned about all the panelverse drama, all the drama whores, and I gave plenty of examples, and then the guy who says, don't strike a Jesus pose, son. Who's being dramatic, GS's chat? Is it me or someone else? Well, you seem to have your mind made up. Do whatever is most expedient for Phi, and guess what? I will operate in my orbit. Exactly. See, GS? That's what I'm talking about. That's the emotional shit I'm talking about. What is my mind made up about, GS? tell me how I feel about this topic, since I already told you and you're not listening. But go ahead and tell me how I feel about it. Where is GS chat? He's restreaming my video game here. He came to be supportive, and now he's mad because I talked about stuff. So, okay, Fi, I am out here. I don't come in here for one more lonely person to spurg out on me. Get a life, kiddo. Waves. There you go. There you go. There's your answer, Jack. That's why. That's why. Go back and play the video, Jack. You'll see what happened. I made the mistake of mentioning our buddy Bo. That was my fault. So, mental note: next time I talk to GS, don't mention the war, because Bo has triggered him to the point where now he can't talk to anyone else in the Panelverse, including Sarah the Tomato, who's such a gossiping drama whore that she has now, been banned from his list. And Chuck from Tennessee, and Joe Cool, and all the fun cats that really don't care about the drama stuff. But anyways, apparently I offended GS. I said some stuff that upset him. So I'm very lonely. I strike Jesus poses. I've already made up my mind, even though I just clearly said I haven't even begun to share my thoughts or feelings on the topic because I stay out of the Dramaverse bullshit. But if they do want to talk about it, I will give BO and GS 5 minutes of my time to see if there's a way that those two can reconcile their differences. But GS ended the conversation with me being a emotional woman who's become so hysterical. I need to be mansplained about not Jesus posing and making up my mind before I hear anybody's take on anything. So apparently I'm the emotional one here. So I do apologize for engaging in my emotions to all of my audience and the Panelverse and all the drama whores. My bad. Sorry for bringing it up. I won't bring it up again. Again, mental note. When GS is in the room, don't bring up the war. Yeah, but I don't see GS streaming. He's probably not now. I think he probably ended that stream because I rustled his jimmies. So that was my fault, Jack. Apparently, I went too far and talked about things no one should bring up, and so that was my bad. I don't like Basedow either. Why don't you like Basedow? Has he pissed in your Cheerios? Sarah's okay. Yeah, that's what I said. Sarah's pretty neutral. If you get mad at Sarah, that may be, you may need to reevaluate your life, because it's hard to get mad at Sarah. I've tried. I tried to get mad at her, and I just can't find anything to get mad at her about, because she knows how to straddle the fence enough to not, take a side on anything or ever offend anyone in any kind of situation. And so I love when people get mad at her, because I'm like, what on earth could you possibly be mad about with the little tomato? But anyways, yeah. Sometimes you have these little litmus tests, that's what, see, like, BO is one of my litmus tests. Like, if anyone accuses BO of being emotional or something like that, that's where I'm like, really? I might have to check that stream out myself, because I'm pretty sure BO never gets emotional. I mean, even when I was nuking his panel the other night, he showed zero emotion as he was, ejecting me off of his panel. He even was concerned that I was going to be mad at him which is kind of funny because, like I said, I wasn't the least bit mad at him. If anything, Bo did me a favor because my blood pressure was starting to rise a little bit because I was just about to give Izzy a little piece of my mind, and so I think Bo sensed that, and he was like, "Oh shit!" So he was like, "No, Fi, just go chill out for a while." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Plus, he was technically correct. I didn't get enough sleep that night, so I was probably kind of a little more cranky than usual, and so it was probably me." Easy should host it on UVC. What's UVC? Is that sort of like VK, verbal combat? I troll Sarah all the time, call him a dude. I don't get it. Sarah the Raging Tomato? You call Sarah a dude? I don't get it. That's how you troll her. But if Sarah the man wants to get into interviews, that's okay. Jizzy. Okay. Well, anyways, GS, if you're still listening, sorry that you've now burned my bridge as well, because I thought we were still pals or buddies or whatever. But anyways, like I said, I didn't really have any strong feelings on the topic whatsoever. I was just curious if you wanted to have a little powwow with me and Bo, so that, to see if there is any way to maintain channels of communication. But you made it crystal clear to me, GS, that you are not interested in what BO has to say anymore. So 10-4, sir, I will never bring him or anyone else from the Panelverse up ever again. And I guess this means everyone on the Panelverse, GS, because apparently I'm not allowed to bring up Sarah the Tomato or Joe Cool or Chuck from Tennessee or anyone, because they've all been put in the same boat with myself now. You just said I'm an emotional woman who Jesus poses or something like that. And so, yeah. All right. Well, sorry to hear that, dude. Like I said, I detected that you had some demons to work out, and I thought if you needed someone to listen, I'd be happy to listen to, even though I don't care about the drama part, I would tolerate the drama part, just if it helps you get to the point where you feel like there's something really bugging you and you need to get it off your chest or whatever. I was going to listen, but apparently you don't want me to listen, so done and done. So that's fine. I'll just go back to my bunker and enjoy the little things in life. But thanks for stopping by, GS, and supporting my video game stream. And GS's chat, I appreciate you guys watching me build a factory in video game land for a few minutes. So appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. Anyways, if BO's watching this, feel free to mark this down as Fi's notes as to whether or not I'm going to be able to offer anything productive or useful in this conversation. So there you go. There was my 2 cents. But sorry, I can't help. I know I can work miracles, but apparently this is one I can't pull off. So I'll pass. IGS is never here. You losing it, bud. GS was never here? It was all my imagination? Oh my goodness, I'm hallucinating. I need psychiatric help. Can you call Dr. Izzy for me? She has an MD and a PhD in psychological evaluations. So, and she gets very angry when non-professionals comment on other people's mental health. So apparently she is allowed to talk about the weakness of men and their failings, which isn't a psychological condition, by the way, which I found interesting. I would like to ask Dr. Izzy, MD, PhD, how the weakness of a man has nothing to do with his psychology. And so, apparently it's a physical genetic trait. You know, like some people have blue eyes and some people have brown eyes. Well, some people have weakness to internet trolls. There's a gene that you can inherit from your parents, obviously, that causes you to be trolled by internet people. And so Dr. Izzy, MD, PhD, will explain that to us on our next panel talking about men's mental health and physical health. Stay tuned. I can't wait to hear that. Well, anyways, again, Phi is definitely not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Those guys are quacks. I've been to a psychologist in real life, and they are the most useless people on earth. I would rather argue with like a gender studies basket weaver major than a psychologist major about, you know, mental health and stuff like that, because holy crap, those people are complete waste of time. But anyways, your results may vary. You may have found like the one cool psychiatrist, psychologist that actually knows what they're talking about and can help people with life's problems, but I personally don't think they exist. But yeah, it's just me. I'm one of those conspiracy theory nuts. Only real humans have hazel eyes, I've heard. That's true. The rest are lizard people. Aha! Confirmed on my Satisfactory stream. Jack just uncovered the lizard people conspiracy. That's why green eyes are lizard people. And they run the Illuminati. Good to know. By the way, if GS is streaming right now, I think I'm going to hop over there and say hi to him. After he cools down for a little bit. Because I thought I was just going to chill out and play video games today, which I think that's why he came over here. He just wanted a moment of quiet and peace, and I ruined it by bringing up humans, which technically was my fault. I will accept 100% of the blame for that one. Sorry, GS, my bad. I know every time we try to get away from all the evil retards and their endless drama bullshit, then people like Phi got to bring it up again. And so that was my fault. So I'm going to go apologize to him because now I feel bad about it. Let me go check real quick, see if he's even on. Can you check for me, Jack? Is GS streaming? Because I'm going to go say hi to him. Generally specific. Oh, he's got Tucker Carlson on there. That's pretty cool. I don't see a stream. Like, what is he talking about? Am I not seeing this right? Like, I'm looking at his channel right now, and he hasn't streamed in 2 days. So what was he talking about earlier? He said he was re-streaming my stream, and his audience was watching and talking about it. I don't see what he's talking about. Oh, maybe he deleted it. He probably deleted it or privated it. Oh, dang. He must be super mad. Oh well. Oh well, looks like that bridge has been burned. Yeah, I think you don't see it because either he deleted it or, you know, like paywalled it or whatever, like members only. Oh, Discord chat. Maybe he's on Discord and maybe he's streaming it from Discord. See if you can find it on Discord and tell him I said hi and ask him if he wants to do a stream real quick because I don't want him to leave with hurt feelings. Because us Jesus posers who are prone to emotional outbursts, don't want to, leave a bad taste in his mouth. So, you stream on Discord? That's cool. I used to Discord, but then I got better. All the trannies shut me down, so they basically deleted all my servers for years, and eventually got me banned so regularly I couldn't ever get on long enough to reboot any of my servers. So I took that as a message as they won and they own the platform. So stop resisting and bend the knee. I, for one, welcome our new trainee overlords. He's probably working on his homestead. That's good. I'm glad I scared him away from the internet because he needs to go get off the internet and go back to his homestead. And ditto for Fi. Fi needs to spend a lot less time on this platform and much more time in the woods working on my bunker. I agree. And so there's the silver lining on today's exchange. I was kind of bummed out that he probably won't talk to me anymore now, but I'm so glad you stopped by, Jack, to point out that there's a silver lining on every cloud. And so he probably got angry and went outside and said, I'm going to grow some fruits and vegetables. And I agree, I should do exactly the same thing. I should stop wasting so much time online with all this bullshit and go out to the woods and spend quality time with my precious bunker. How you're going to vent your bunker? With air ducts, silly. How would you vent anything? I'm always thinking thinking people would find the vent. That's why you hide it, silly. Is this your first time doomsday prepping? Okay, so first of all, if you don't know how to properly hide a vent duct, then you need to YouTube some videos on how to very cleverly, put some little foliage around it, or plant a bush over it or something like that, or um, like use camouflage mesh over it that it looks like the surrounding mulch and leaves or whatever. And of course you put multiple ones in different directions just in case they find one and compromise it or whatever. Yeah, movies always, movies aren't real prep bunking. That's Hollywood, dude. Hollywood very rarely gets anything right. But anyways, and of course you distance it properly from your bunker because they'll be looking in the immediate vicinity for it. But if you put it far enough out in the middle of nowhere, they would never be able to think to find it. And so it's just little things. It can be done. I think it's a bunch of rocks around it. Yeah, I think is put a bunch of rocks around. Well, you don't want like a bunch of rocks in the middle of like an open space because then that looks suspicious and that actually draws more attention to it. So it's more like if you see a clump of bushes, you just plant a bush over it or something. Or if there's a bunch of rocks in the area, it's like a rocky terrain or something and there's rocks everywhere, then put a bunch of rocks around it. But yeah, camouflage is the key word here. You got to make it blend in with the surroundings, in other words. Give it distance. Like I said, so like if your bunker is here near this little pond, then you put your vent like way over here by the cave or something where because they're gonna look in the general vicinity for a vent to see if they can, take you out or whatever. But if it's like way off in the woods or something, they're never gonna find it. They're gonna be like, oh shit, this would take years to find. Like if I had to go out here and look under the woods or something. So you just gotta be smart. Besides, keep in mind, you don't have to be that smart. The apocalypse is going to be the zombie apocalypse, where it's a bunch of Democrats trying to bang down your door and steal your shit. So you don't have to. It's not hard to outsmart Democrats. All you gotta do is like put a big sign on your yard and an arrow that says universal basic income over here, and then just point to a cliff or something, and they'll walk off the cliff and fall to their death. So it's not hard to deflect the zombies that will be coming after you in the coming apocalypse. So, but the main important thing is you just need an electrified razor wire fence around your bunker just to keep out all the evil retards. You'll be fine. Needle in a haystack. They ain't gonna smoke me out. I'm gonna smoke them out. That's what the sniper towers are for, is for smoking out the unwanteds. We are built to live, lol. That's right. Okay, so back to the video game. That's enough drama for 1 year. I think I've met my quota, so I'm going to go back to not giving a shit about any of the panel burst drama, and I'm just gonna talk about truth and facts and logic and reason and stuff. And today we're just building a factory, like a good robot. Now you know why I don't go on those panels anymore. And I thought I'd be cool with going over to GS's panel because I thought there would be a lack of drama there, but apparently there's still some lingering drama left over, so somebody must have really hurt him bad. I think he was bummed out when BO, said he's had enough of his drama bullshit, so that's why I was like, oh man, I thought BO was one of the chosen ones. He was meant to bring balance to the Force, not to join them. Sounds like a Star Wars movie or something, doesn't it? So is BO Anakin, or hold on? GS is Obi-Wan in this scene, and he has the high ground. And BO is saying, from my point of view, you guys are evil. And GS is saying, it's over, BO, I have the high ground. And BO says, you underestimate my powers, old man. And then he does like a backflip somersault. But then the GS says, Jesus pose. And then he cuts off his arms and legs. Andrew Wilson definitely is the Emperor. Unlimited power! Yes, give in to your hate. Let the hate flow through you. Come to the dark side, Skywalker. Who's Jar Jar? I can't see. By the way, every time chat posts something, I can't see the very right word because there's some emoji icon that covers it, which is so annoying, but technology. It says MR dot is the part you're probably saying Mr. E. I can't see what it says, but I'm guessing you said Mr. E. Jar Jar Binks. I don't know, dude. There is a lot of competition for Jar Jar Binks. I think 99% of the population is Jar Jar Binks, so that's a tough call. I think flow state is C3PO, so for whatever that's worth. Mr. E. Now I can see it. Thank you. I guessed it, by the way, but like I said, if you could see my screen, my chat is blocked by this giant fucking emoji icon thing. Here, I'll push the button. I'll show you. Bloop. So apparently it's this, emoji thing that YouTube includes. So apparently OBS forgot that it's there, and so it blocks like the last word on the chat line, and I can't see what the last word is, so I have to guess what they're saying half the time. Or I just wait until the next chat scrolls it up, and then I can see it. But anyways, technology be tarded. So anyways, Star Wars was a pretty good movie until the Zoomers fucked it up, and now that's the world we live in. We live in sequel Star Wars universe where like GS is what's his name? What's the ragey guy with the black helmet? Ben Solo. So Ben Solo is GS, and Bo is Ray, and they're just trying to help each other out. But there's a lot of tension in the room. They're like using the Force FaceTime to like steal each other's jewelry and stuff. Literally, you're my age. You're mid-40s? Because I was around for the original prequels. I was born right after, or no, I was born at the original Star Wars. And then my childhood was the original Star Wars. I grew up watching the prequels. And then, not the prequels, the originals. I accidentally said prequels. I meant originals. I was born during the originals, and my childhood was the originals. And then, no, dude, I'm way older than you. I'm at least 10 years older than you. And so, my childhood was the original Star Wars. And then in college, I had the pleasure of watching the prequels, which was lame and gay, but I thought that was as bad as it could get. But then the sequels came out, and I was like, holy shit. Yeah, you grew up on prequels. Yeah, we're different generations. You're millennial, dude. I'm Gen X. I'm Gen X. You're millennial. And so, but anyways, GS has been Swallow, and Bo is Ray, and they're using their Force time to share their feelings with each other. Force FaceTime. But anyways, he was meant to bring balance to the Force, but he joined them instead, so sad panda. Anyways, in case I forget, Jack, just remind me if I'm on panel and either BO or GS shows up, remind me I'm not allowed to talk about the other one. Even though I don't think BO cares if I talk about GS, but apparently GS is off limits now. He's like, you are not allowed to bring up the war ever again. So I'm like, alright, that's cool. I agree. No more drama bullshit. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna have to start forgetting about it today, so I'm gonna have to pretend like I know nothing about anything they've ever talked about. Roy, hey Roy, if the sequels accomplish anything, is that the entire community is slightly forgiving the prequels. Oh, Roy, quit being so funny. The entire is forgiving the. Oh man, Roy coming in with the truth. So, Roy, you have the correct answer. The correct answer is the sequels are so shitty that even the Zoomers agree that we were a little too hard on the prequels because they weren't that bad. not, not as bad as this. Holy cow, the sequels were so bad. So bad. It's just painful. uh, and welcome, Roy. Welcome to Phi's zero drama, only pure logic and reason, gaming, streaming, YouTube channel. Welcome, Roy. Make yourself at home. So yeah, I grew up with the originals, and even they had their wacky moments. I wasn't a fan of the Ewoks, and there were little minor grievances against the originals, but they were pretty inspiring and all that sort of stuff. Worst part about episode 8 is that if the entire side plot didn't happen, their outcome for the good guys would have been better. I think everyone would have been better if none of the sequels had happened. And so, in Star Wars universe and outside Star Wars universe, in reality, all humans would have been better off if none of the sequels had happened. Most of the prequels didn't happen. Like, they could have condensed the prequels into like one decent movie, as opposed to the three piles of trash that Lucas crapped out. Um, Definitely needed to recast it before they shot one of them, but I liked Rogue One though. I can't even remember any of the other ones because they don't register in my head, because like I think there was like one or two decent ones in there somewhere, but there were so many bad ones mixed in with it that I can't remember which one's which because I'm still in such disgust from the prequels and sequels that I mentally block out all Star Wars at this point. So I haven't even seen the Clone Wars cartoons or whatever. And some people said those were pretty good, but I'm not falling for it. I'm like, nah, I've just got better things to do at this point. So the video games were kind of fun. Star Wars Battlefront, and the original Battlefront, not the new reboot. Even though the new reboot may be pretty cool too. I haven't played it enough to form an opinion on it, but the original Battlefront and the original Battlefront 2 were loads of fun. Rogue ended with Vader murdering an entire hallway. Yeah, that's how New Hope began, dude. So you can skip that movie altogether and just watch the original. But you're probably right. It's probably way more dramatic and better effects in Rogue One or whatever, because now they have future technology to make it way more awesome. But yeah, there was probably like 10 minutes worth of good movie to watch in all of the new stuff after prequels. If you put them all together, like you said, if you take little clips out of Rogue One and maybe a clip or two out of the prequels or something, you maybe have about 30 minutes of good content, out of everything since the prequels. But that's not saying much. But I understand. I'm coping with you, dude. I agree. We wished we lived in the timeline where Lucas and Disney didn't completely fuck up one of our beloved IPs, and so I wish we lived in that timeline where someone slapped the shit out of Lucas while he was composing the prequels and, you know, made it good. And then no one ever gave Disney, aka Kathy Kennedy, the ability to completely fuck over and destroy the corpse of Star Wars as we know it. So yeah, dude, there's no point in raging anymore at this point. It's just water under the bridge. We got to go on with our lives and find something useful to do. Like read a book to homeless people or something like that, you know? I'm gonna go read a book to a homeless person instead of getting mad about how Kathleen Kennedy ruined our beloved Star Wars. And Lucas too. Let's not forget Lucas. He done screwed the pooch. You can't just blame Kennedy for everything, even if it's most of the things. I like Rogue One though. Oh, I already read that comment. I thought you were saying something else. I agree, dude. There were little bits and pieces that we kind of enjoyed. Oh well, all good things come to an end.